Hello Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates and analysis. The NDA, if voted to power again at the center, will introduce one nation one election system across the country, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh asserted on Sunday. Addressing a poll rally at Jammalmadugu in Kadapa district, Andhra Pradesh, he slammed the YSR Congress government in Andhra Pradesh and alleged that due to its corrupt practices, the state plunged into a debt of 13.5 lakh rupees crore. The BJP's commitment is that it will implement one nation one election in the next 5 years across the country so that time and energy is saved, the senior BJP leader said. Taking a dig at the Congress, he said the grand old party will disappear from the political landscape of the country, like dinosaurs disappeared off the face of the earth. Rajnath Singh said though the Congress party ignored former Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, it was the NDA which respected him with the highest civilian award Bharat Ratna. Singh said that under Modi's leadership, as many as 25 crore people have been lifted out of poverty in the country. The BJP leaders said there were serious corruption charges when Congress was in power earlier, while not even a single corruption charge was levelled against BJP governments headed by either Atal Bihari Vajpayee or Modi.
और जिस कड़पा की ऐसी हिस्ट्री और कल्चर हो, वहां के चीफ मिनिस्टर को बाहुबली फिल्म में कटप्पा की तरह पूरे कमिटमेंट के साथ सेवा करनी चाहिए। मगर YSRCP की 10 वर्षों की सरकार में यहां पर नहीं हुआ। कड़पा ही नहीं, पूरे मैं मानता हूं आंध्र प्रदेश में YSRCP के करप्शन के कारण लोग फेडअप हैं। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन यहां पर पूरी तरह से वर्स्ट है। चीफ मिनिस्टर का होम डिस्ट्रिक्ट होते हुए भी यहां पर रेप और मॉलेस्टेशन की घटनाएं इस क्षेत्र में हो रही हैं। मैं समझता हूं जिस चीफ मिनिस्टर के होम डिस्ट्रिक्ट में इस प्रकार की रेप और मॉलेस्टेशन की घटनाएं हो रही हैं, उसको चेयर पर बने रहने का कोई नैतिक अधिकार नहीं है। मैं चीफ मिनिस्टर से पूछना चाहता हूं कि आंध्र प्रदेश 13.5 लाख करोड़ कि यह लोन में डूबा हुआ है, जबकि यहां की गवर्नमेंट ने टैक्स को काफी इन्हांस करके टैक्स को काफी बढ़ाकर जनता से वसूला है। बहनों भाइयों, खुलेआम यहां पर लैंड ग्रैबिंग की जा रही है, खुलेआम लैंड ग्रैबिंग की जा रही है। मैं आपको आज एश्योर करने आया हूं, अब यहां पर डबल इंजन की सरकार बनने जा रही है, टीडीपी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनने जा रही है।
Mounting his attack on the BJP, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Sunday said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi was against reservations and wanted to take away quotas from the people. Addressing an election rally at Nirmal under Adilabad scheduled tribes Lok Sabha constituency in Telangana, he claimed that the ongoing general elections is taking place between two ideologies in which Congress is trying to safeguard the constitution, while the BJP-RSS combine wants to end it and people's rights. The Congress has in its manifesto promised that if the party forms the government at the center, it will breach the 50% limit and increase the quotas beyond 50%, he said. Alleging that Modi privatized the public sector, Gandhi said the contract system implemented by the BJP-led government amounts to removing reservations. He promised to end the contract system. PM Modi waived off loans to the tune of 16 lakh rupees crore of about 20 to 25 people. 16 lakh rupees crore means Mahatma Gandhi National Regional Guarantee Scheme money of 24 years, Narendra Modi gave to 22 people, he claimed. The 22 rich people have money equivalent to what 70 crore Indians have. He said a list of poor families in the country would be taken up and rupees 1 lakh per annum would be deposited in the bank account of a woman from every family.
हिंदुस्तान की हर संस्था का हम सर्वे कराएंगे, ये पता लगाएंगे कि पिछड़ों के पास कितना धन है, दलितों के पास कितना धन है, आदिवासियों के पास कितना धन है, गरीबों के पास कितना धन है। और जाति जनगणना के बाद तेलंगाना में, पूरे हिंदुस्तान में एक नई राजनीति होगी। नरेंद्र मोदी जी रिजर्वेशन के खिलाफ हैं, वो आपसे रिजर्वेशन छीनना चाहते हैं। देश के सामने सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा रिजर्वेशन को 50% से ज्यादा बढ़ाने का है। कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अपने मैनिफेस्टो में साफ लिखा है, हमारी सरकार आएगी तो ये 50% का लिमिट है, इसको हम तोड़ के अलग कर देंगे और रिजर्वेशन को 50% से आगे बढ़ा देंगे। बीजेपी के नेता चाहते हैं कि रिजर्वेशन खत्म हो जाए। आप देखिए, रिजर्वेशन पब्लिक सेक्टर में हुआ करता था, सरकारी कंपनियों में हुआ करता था। रिजर्वेशन हटाने के लिए नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सारा का सारा पब्लिक सेक्टर प्राइवेट कर दिया है। प्राइवेटाइजेशन का मतलब रिजर्वेशन हटाना है, और अगर संविधान खत्म हो जाएगा तो रिजर्वेशन खत्म हो जाएगा। बीजेपी चाहती है कि पिछड़ा वर्ग, दलित वर्ग, आदिवासी वर्ग आगे ना बढ़े, पिछड़ा रहे। पूरा का पूरा काम वो 22-25 अरबपतियों के लिए करते हैं। 22-25 लोगों का नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 16 लाख करोड़ रुपया कर्जा माफ किया है। 16 लाख करोड़ रुपए मतलब 24 साल का मनरेगा का पैसा नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 22 लोगों को दिया। तेलंगाना में हमने आपको गारंटीज दी थी, उनको हमने पूरा करके दिखाया। महिलाओं के बैंक अकाउंट में 2500 रुपए हर महीने तेलंगाना की सरकार डालती है। यहां आपको महिलाओं को 30,000 रुपए साल का मिलता है। ये जो चुनाव हो रहा है, ये दो विचारधाराओं के बीच में चुनाव हो रहा है। एक तरफ कांग्रेस पार्टी जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को, संविधान को बचाने की कोशिश कर रही है, इस किताब की रक्षा कर रही है, और दूसरी तरफ बीजेपी और आरएसएस जो इस किताब को, संविधान को, आपके हक को खत्म करना चाहती है। जो भी हिंदुस्तान के गरीब लोगों को मिला है, आजादी के बाद जो भी आपको मिला, चाहे वो आपका जल हो, जंगल हो, जमीन हो, पब्लिक सेक्टर हो, रिजर्वेशन हो, मनरेगा हो, जो भी आपको मिलता है वो संविधान आपको देता है। और बीजेपी के नेताओं ने सीधा देश की जनता को कहा है कि अगर वो चुनाव जीतेंगे, वो इस संविधान को बदल देंगे, खत्म कर देंगे।
YSRCP Supremo and Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy on Saturday dared N. Chandrababu Naidu to walk out of the NDA alliance as the BJP allegedly wants to scrap 4% reservation for Muslims in Andhra Pradesh. The Chief Minister issued this challenge at Nallore in the district during a huge public meeting as part of his intense election campaign tour across the state, calling on the TDP chief to fight for the minorities' rights. 4% reservation given to minorities is not based on religion, but it is aimed at ensuring social justice. The YSRCP government is taking steps to eradicate poverty and improve the lives of the poor, but Naidu's politics is akin to that of a chameleon, said Jagan Mohan Reddy. Naidu wants to continue TDP's alliance with the Saffron Party, which is bent upon doing away with the reservation for Muslims, but is playing a drama in front of the minorities to garner their votes. Further, the Chief Minister promised to support and fight for the rights of Muslims reservation and also on issues such as the National Register of Citizens, Citizenship Amendment Act and any issue related to them. Minorities' interests will be secured and supported by YSRCP. Can Naidu dare to say the same thing to Prime Minister Modi and walk out of the NDA to fight for Muslims? He asked.
చంద్రబాబు రాజకీయం మాత్రం ఊసర వెళ్ళ రాజకీయం. ఈయన బాగా ముదిరిపోయిన తొండ. ఒక పక్క 4% ముస్లిం రిజర్వేషన్లను రద్దు చేస్తామని శపథం చేస్తున్న పార్టీతో ఈయన జత కడతాడు. బీజేపీ పార్టీతో ఈయన జత కడతాడు. మరో పక్క మైనారిటీల ఓట్ల కోసం మైనారిటీలను మోసం చేసేందుకు చంద్రబాబు డ్రామాలు మొదలెట్టాడు, దొంగ ప్రేమ నటిస్తూ. ఒకవైపు దొంగ ప్రేమ నటిస్తూనే మరోవైపున ఎన్డీఏలోనే కొనసాగుతాను అని అంటాడు. నేను అడుగుతా ఉన్నా, ఇంతకన్నా ఊసరి వెళ్ళి రాజకీయాలు ఎక్కడైనా ఉంటాయా అని అడుగుతా ఉన్నా. నేను ఈరోజు ధైర్యంగా చెప్తా ఉన్నా, 600 అయినా గానీ 106 అయినా కూడా 4% రిజర్వేషన్లు మైనారిటీలకు ఉండి తీరాల్సిందే అని మీ బిడ్డ ఈరోజు తలెత్తుకొని చెప్తా ఉన్నాడు.
Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will spearhead the Lok Sabha poll campaign in Rai Bareli and Amethi and camp in these Lok Sabha constituencies in Uttar Pradesh from Monday to ensure the party's victory in the 2 high-profile seats, the Congress sources said. Ending days of suspense, the Congress on Friday announced that Rahul Gandhi will contest the Lok Sabha elections from Rai Bareli, the constituency held by his mother Sonia Gandhi for the last 2 decades, and Kishori Lal Sharma, a close aide of the Gandhi family, will fight from Amethi. Priyanka Gandhi has already taken command of the campaigns and will remain camped in Rai Bareli and Amethi from Monday onwards, till the end of polls. With Rahul Gandhi campaigning across India, Priyanka Gandhi has taken it upon herself to take charge of the campaigns in the two family bastions. The Congress has resolved to ensure victory from Rai Bareli with a big margin and also take back Amethi, where BJP leader Smriti Irani had defeated Rahul Gandhi in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, they said. Priyanka Gandhi will be holding hundreds of meetings and door-to-door campaigns. Reservations for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other backward castes would not end as long as there is even one BJP MP in Parliament, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said on Sunday. Addressing an election rally at Kagjangar in Telangana, Shah alleged that Telangana Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy also forwarded a doctored video of the top BJP leader. This is a reference to the case over a doctored video of Shah being circulated on social media. Shah exuded confidence that the BJP would win more than 10 seats in Telangana out of the total 17. He said the vote bank of Congress and MIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi is the same. Earlier speaking in Andhra Pradesh, the Union Home Minister on Sunday exuded confidence that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be heading towards the 400-seat mark after the third phase of the ongoing Lok Sabha polls. He also opined that the number of seats gained by the BJP after the first two rounds of polling would have crossed 100. He took a dig at the YS Jagan Mohan Reddy-led government and said that the BJP, Telugu Desam Party, and actor Pawan Kalyan-led Janasen forged an alliance to bring to an end the alleged rule of goondas and criminals.
आप आंध्र प्रदेश में टीडीपी और जनसेना से अलायंस किया है। आपके अलायंस का मकसद क्या है, उद्देश्य क्या है? भाइयों और बहनों, मैं आज इस सभा में मोदी जी, चंद्रबाबू जी, भारतीय जनता पार्टी, टीडीपी और पवन कल्याण के अलायंस का उद्देश्य बताना चाहता हूं। हम अपराध को आंध्र प्रदेश से एक गुंडागर्दी और अपराध को समाप्त करने के लिए अलायंस किए हैं। आंध्र प्रदेश से रैंपेंट करप्शन को समाप्त करने के लिए अलायंस किया है। आंध्र प्रदेश से लैंड माफियाओं को समाप्त करने के लिए अलायंस किया है और आंध्र प्रदेश की राजधानी अमरावती को फिर से राजधानी बनाने के लिए अलायंस किया है। भगवान तिरुपति बालाजी की पवित्रता को फिर से प्रस्तापित करने के लिए अलायंस किया है।
Andhra Pradesh Chief Electoral Officer Mukesh Kumar Meena on Sunday said that the Election Commission will facilitate another opportunity to vote for employees on election duty who missed exercising their franchise. During a visit to Vizianagaram to check voting facilities, the Chief Electoral Officer noted that such employees will be given the opportunity on May 7th and 8th. In the event of eligible employees not finding their names on the postal ballot list and also in case of not applying for this facility, Meena said they can still go ahead and include their name to vote by producing the election duty order and identity card at their relevant facilitation centers. Further, he highlighted that minimum facilities and help desks have been arranged at all facilitation centers. Besides making all the necessary arrangements for conducting polls in Andhra Pradesh, Meena observed that election staff have already undergone 2 rounds of training. Moreover, he noted that cash, liquor and other inducements worth 450 crore rupees have been seized in the run-up. The Congress on Sunday said the attack in Poonch is part of a worrying trend of terror attacks in the area and asserted that after Lok Sabha election results, the party and its India bloc partners will leave no stone unturned in strengthening the counter-terrorism grid in Jammu and Kashmir. 5 IAF personnel were injured in the attack on Saturday evening near Shehsitar in the district's Surankote area and one of them succumbed to injuries at a military hospital, officials said. The Congress party strongly and unequivocally condemned this dastardly terror attack and joined the nation in unitedly standing together against terrorism, Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh said in a post on X. He claimed that while there were no major incidents of terrorism in this area between 2007 and 2014, the Surankote terrorist attack is part of a worrying trend of terror attacks, particularly against security personnel, in the hilly Rajouri-Poonch area situated near the line of control. It is a matter of grave concern that since 1 January 2023, 25 of our brave security personnel and 8 innocent civilians have lost their lives in the Rajouri-Poonch area. In contrast, there were no major incidents of terrorism in this area between 2007 and 2014, he said. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be filing his nomination papers from the Varanasi Lok Sabha seat on 14th May, BJP's city president Vidyasagar Rai said on Sunday. On 13th May, Modi will hold a roadshow in the constituency, and preparations for it are underway, he added. The route for the roadshow has been finalized. On 14th May, Prime Minister Modi will file his nomination from the Varanasi seat, he said. The Congress has fielded its Uttar Pradesh chief Ajay Rai in Varanasi and the BSP Athar Jamal Lari. Elections in Varanasi will be held on 1st June in the 7th and last round of the general elections. The Congress on Sunday said there were many discrepancies in the investigation conducted previously into Rohit Vemula's death in 2016 and asserted that its government in Telangana will leave no stone unturned to ensure justice for his family. Police in Telangana have filed a closure report before a court in its probe into the death of Rohit Vemula, a student of the University of Hyderabad, claiming he was not a Dalit and died by suicide in 2016 as he feared that his real caste would be discovered. Congress General Secretary, Organisation K.C. Venugopal said Rohit Vemula's death was a grave atrocity that completely exposed the anti-Dalit mindset of the BJP. The Congress, including Rahul Gandhi, has stood with Rohit Vemula's family through this difficult period, he said in a post on X. As has been clarified by the Telangana police, the closure report concerned was prepared in June 2023, Venugopal said. The Crime Investigation Department has launched an investigation against the Telugu Desam party leaders for spreading fake news about the Land Titling Act ahead of 13th May elections. A case has been filed against TDP chief N. Chandrababu Naidu, his son Nara Lokesh, and 10 others. The Election Commission took action against the TDP for running a misinformation campaign through paid IVR calls that misled the people about the Land Titling Act despite the enforcement of the Model Code of Conduct. This was after the ruling YSRCP party's MLA Malladi Vishnuvardhan filed a complaint requesting action against the TDP's false propaganda efforts on 29 April. Following the complaint, The additional chief electoral officer ordered the cyber cell of the Mangalgiri CID to investigate the misinformation campaign and submit a report on actions taken immediately. Earlier, Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy had criticized the TDP for launching a smear campaign against the YSRCP over the Land Titling Act. Prime Minister lashed out at the dynastic politics of the Samajwadi Party and the Congress on Sunday, saying while the opposition alliance partners work only to benefit their own families, he is building a better future for the nation's next generations. The Prime Minister said that he does not have children. He is working for the future of children in the county. He was addressing a Lok Sabha poll rally at Etawah in Uttar Pradesh, which is the home district of Samajwadi Party founder Mulayam Singh Yadav, who died in 2022. The Prime Minister also said that he is laying the foundation to ensure that India remains a powerful nation for the next 1,000 years. The Prime Minister also said that the slogans of both the SP and the Congress are lies and their intentions are also not good. They work only to benefit their families and their vote banks, he alleged.
आधार पर आरक्षण नहीं होगा, लेकिन अब सपा, कांग्रेस, ये सारी कंपनी एससी, एसटी, ओबीसी का आरक्षण छीनकर उसे धर्म के आधार पर बांटना चाहते हैं। कर्नाटका में रातों रात इन्होंने मुस्लिम जातियों को ओबीसी घोषित कर दिया, रातों रात फतवा निकाला, थप्पा मार दिया कि कर्नाटक में जितने मुसलमान हैं सबके सब ओबीसी। तो परिस्थिति क्या हुई? वहां जो ओबीसी को 27% आरक्षण मिला हुआ था, इसका सबसे बड़ा हिस्सा इन्होंने डाका मार लिया, चोरी कर ली, बाकियों के पास कुछ बचा ही नहीं। यूपी में अगर ऐसा हुआ तो ये मेरे यादव भाई बहन, मेरे मौर्य भाई बहन, मेरे कुशवाहा भाई बहन, इन सबके हक का क्या होगा? ये बहुत बड़े खतरे की घंटी है। साथियों, सपा वाले जिस समाज का ठेकेदार होने का दावा करते हैं, ये भ्रम भी टूट जाएगा।
The Congress on Sunday asked Prime Minister Narendra Modi to break his silence on Karnataka's alleged sex scandal involving JDS leader Prajwal Revanna and asserted that its women's wing will keep raising its voice until he is brought back to India to face the law. All India Mahila Congress Chief Alka Lamba slammed Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani and National Women Commission Chairperson Rekha Sharma for being silent on the case. Today, half the population of the country is demanding that Smriti Irani and Rekha Sharma break their silence, she said at a press conference at the AICC headquarters here. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has also expressed concern over the matter and former party chief Rahul Gandhi has written a letter to the Karnataka Chief Minister asking for strict action, Lamba said. Lamba said a BJP leader had written a letter to the Karnataka BJP state president informing him about Prajwal Revanna's involvement in the mass rape case. The BJP already knew about thousands of his obscene videos. Thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV every day. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.